All right, what is up, everybody? Let's see. Okay, cool. All right, so guys, today I'm going to show you how we design a storefront sign, and of course, I'm going to walk you guys through the process. Right now, we're focused more on the creative aspect of it, so how to create a design that looks nice and that is functional for a storefront sign. The first thing that I'm going to do is this is what we're working with. It's called Tacos El Paisa, and it's going to be Estilo Tijuana. So this is a taco store, and we are going to be basically creating a design for it. Here is the storefront. I just got a picture off of Google to kind of get us started with that. So just bear with me 1 second real quick. I'm just going to make sure my audio is working because I didn't have my headphones right now. And then we're going to go ahead and start the actual design portion of this session. So let's, cool. All right. I'm good to go now. And now we are going to go ahead and start designing. Okay, cool. I can see my screen. Everything's good. I'm good. All right, let's get it. All right, guys. First thing I'm going to do is I am going to size this up or scale this. I'm going to make sure that I embed this file first. And then I'm going to save this over here. And I'm going to make a new folder real quick. And then I should have probably done this. And then I'm just going to name it wall sign. I probably should have done that earlier, but I forgot to. But anyway, so now we have this saved, and I'm going to scale it. I always used a 10th scale. This is not a secret. This is just the most effective way to do it. So let's go ahead and get that done real quick. So the way I do it is just kind of go right here, and then I go over here, 10th scale that bad boy up with its 10. Cool. And then I'm just going to do that number, and that's pretty much how it works. So basically, for 10th scale, this width between the glass of a door, for most retail doors is going to be 30 inches from glass to glass, and that is how I kind of scale it down. And then 30.3, oh, nope, not 0.3, sorry, this is 10th scale. It's supposed to be 3 inches. 30 inches will be equivalent to 3 inches, and that is like a whole, like, understanding that once you get what 10th scale is and how to work it into your designs, then it works out perfectly. If I was using something like CorelDRAW, I wouldn't have to do 10th scale. I could just actual size it. But CorelDRAW, I don't have it. I didn't download it. I'm using Adobe because I use Adobe Illustrator to do most of my work, and I use all the whole Adobe Creative Cloud suite. So that is why, I just went and did the Adobe thing. But you can use CorelDRAW, and the concept is similar. Anyway, I like 10 scale. It makes smaller files. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and save this. So Control S, and that gets us started. The next thing that I'm going to do is I like to clean this up before I actually start poking around with the designs. And the reason I like to do that is because it gives me a nice flat surface to work with. And you can either clean it up on Photoshop or clean it up here in Adobe Illustrator. To clean it up in Adobe Illustrator, I just take a piece of it, I do a mask, and then I'm just going to repeat it, and then I'm going to make this disappear. And this works very well for signs and just to kind of get the point across. And I'm going to go ahead and get all these selected in one group it. Okay, cool. So now I can just kind of peekaboo. There you go. Okay, anyway, let's get it. So Tacos El Paisa, let's see what we can actually create with this. First, I like to start off with making my 3 little options here, and 1, 2, 3, like that. And then I'll start picking out fonts off the top of my head. I don't know why, but this font came up. It is called, what is it called? Paradise? Birds in Paradise? Pacific. Watch me not know how to spell. P-A. What is it called? I know it starts with a P. But I had used this font. Where is it? It's like a super common font. Come on. I gotta figure out what this font is. Okay. But anyway, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for the correct fonts and styles that I want to go with in the font. I need to find something that really inspires me in order to be able to create a nice design. So font is one of the biggest things that I'm going to be using. So I want to make sure that I kind of use it. Is it this one? No, that's whack. What is it called? I just used it in another design, so I should have this off the top of my head, but I don't. So let's kind of backtrack a little bit. and let's go into Google Fonts. Here's a good place to start. It's just a good place to start, but it's not the end all be all, not at all. And it helps you find different types of fonts. It's a good starting place. I don't typically use it, but when I do, it's because I found something that is cool and easy. And then Google Fonts is going to work for websites. So if I'm building out a brand, I want to start off with something easy to work with, but it's, again, not going to be like super, how do you say it? Pacifico. I think that's it. Is it? Oh, no. I know what it is. I got it. There it is. Lobster. Such a classic font. There it is. Alright, so this one, it looks wacky right now. It looks horrible, actually. But no worries. I will fix all of this up, and we will have a nice working sign. I'm going to make my artboard bigger, and let's go ahead and get it now. So, this is what I like to do. Just write it all out, and then I'm going to go in. I'm going to title case that. There it is. That looks a little bit cleaner. Obviously, the bottom isn't going to be exactly that font, but I like this font. It looks really nice in signs, so that's a plus. So we're going to keep that, and then let's look through our fonts to see if I find anything spectacular. Tacos. See what inspires me, what I think will look cool. So that's basically what I'm going to do, and then we're going to go in, and we are going to start creating our signs based off of that. Alright, so another good place to look for fonts that I've been using quite a bit is going to be Envato. So Envato is going to be a place that I'm going to look to try to find the correct, oops. Are you logging into my account? Okay, there it is. Good. Alright, so Envato, fonts, and I've done this in multiple videos already on how I talk about Envato and how much I actually use it. It's not sponsored. But Envato, if you want to sponsor me, let's get it. All right, anyway, I'm going to look for a font that gives me that pizzazz that you look for whenever you're looking for. In this case, it's Mexican food. We're selling tacos, so got to make sure it looks cool and clean. This is a nice, thick font. I really like thick fonts for... and the way I do it is I'm going to look for fonts that, you know, relate to the subject at hand to kind of get me in that feeling. So we could either go like really clean or really crazy, and I kind of like this kind of looking for something, just bear with me. Not too crazy, not too... Okay, I don't have anything there. It's not giving me anything, but no worries. We're going to keep on going, and I'm going to find a font here, something that I like. And I like to play around with capital letters, lowercase letters, all of that. But we'll get to that in a second. First thing is trying to find the right font. And don't spend too much time on it, but don't spend not enough time on it, if that makes any sense. So we have a lot of space here. Let's see. Sorry. I'm trying to focus in on the fonts and talking while finding a font. Not recommended. But anyway, let's get it real quick. Well, this is an interesting font, but I am not sure that I like that as much. But it's giving me an idea. So this comic book style font, I like that. So I might end up going for something like that. This is cool. Let's do that. And then let's go. Oh, now I'm at the font.com. And now I'm going to go and I'm going to choose a font that is comic. There we go. Because I'm trying to make this a little bit more fun. So that is what I'm going for in the design aspect of it. So let's get it. This could look cool. But another thing about the font that I love is that you can do something like this. Come over here. Grab your text, put it in here, and you can basically preview what it's going to look like. and if that's something that you're interested in, and if that's something that you're going to like. So let's get it real quick. I think I like this. It's a little playful, which is what I want for this. Don't want it to be too stiff. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when it's too stiff, it doesn't work. All right. All right. So now I'm going to go over here and I am going to. Okay, so that looks good. I will do a simple option as well, like a Arial font or something. But I kind of want to keep it. So this is the way I kind of go about it. So now that I have a couple of fonts selected, I don't know if they're the best fonts. Maybe I'll come up with something a little bit later on as I start designing. But the way I like to keep it is like one is going to be my cloud sign, one is going to be my channel letter, and then one is going to be like a different type of style, whether it be a channel letter with a backboard or something like that. But I will try to make it as nice as possible. So I do like this setup. Sorry, I just keep having people walking by, so it distracts me. But anyway, I'm gonna outline that so I can start working on it. And is that spelled right? Go ahead. And I'm going to take a quick pause, and I'll be right back. Alright, back to action. Let's get it. Sorry about that. There was a little thing that we're working on right now in the shop, so we have to kind of get that solved. So now that we are solved and ready to go, delete this and let's get to it. Kind of like under the clock right now, trying to design as fast as possible. So this is what happens when you are a sign designer. You gotta move fast. So what I'm gonna combine this lobster font with, I'm gonna combine it with, what do you have? What's up? Yeah. I'm trying to finish this job. Oh, they did? Oh, the top one?
Yeah, with the cherry on it.
Ew, why did they put a cherry on it? This is a pina colada popsicle. I'll have it later. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish this video and then... Oh, I don't know. Close the door, please. Thank you. Alright, so let's get back to it. Anyway, we are gonna go ahead and build out a circle. If you are still here, thank you for watching. I will continue to deliver some great tips coming up. So just bear with me. I know, it takes a minute to get this stuff situated, but you'll see the magic in a minute. Alright, so another thing that I like to keep in mind is the sizing of the letters. And I'm going to start building. When I start building, I'm starting to build in sizes. So I'm trying to think, do I want this to be all this font? Like, because it could be tacos, and then it could be el paisa later, like on a different font. Whatever. We're going to build it out like this, and I'm going to go up to 24 inches. And I'm scaling by 10th scale, and then over here on this bottom rack, I'm going to go ahead and make that typical 12, and then I'm going to make this a 120 box, so 10 feet. I'm going to shrink this down. I'm going to go ahead, put that. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I got to sit down too. Who can focus and design while they're standing up? Unnecessary. I do that when I'm trying to speed run something, or when I'm not like trying to get in the zone. But when I'm in the zone, I can sit down, relax, and get to it. All right. Anyway, Estilo Tijuana. Let's get this done. So I'm already like looking at colors. I don't even know why, but I typically don't do this. But I'm gonna go with tacos in red, and I'm gonna go with el paisa in white. I'm going to do that number, and then I'm going to do that. Okay, cool. So we got tacos, el paisa, and I'm going to do something a little bit cool here. Like I said, I'm already, once I start designing, I'm like ready to go. So I'm going to bring that a little closer, not too close, just a little bit closer, because what we're about to add. So I'm thinking that I'm going to make this the cloud sign. So I'm going to go ahead and start working my way downtown. Alright, anyway. Come on. Work with me. Alright, so I'm going to go and I'm going to show you how I do the cloud sign. So basically, I'm just adding a stroke right here. So something like that. And then I'm going to make a copy of this. Put that over here. And then over here, I'm going to go ahead and expand. Do that number. Do that number. And I'll show you how to fill that in just a second. And then like that. And put the number here, and this will all be one piece all united. I don't know if that will work for concept, but at least I want to offer one cloud sign. I always offer a cloud sign, a channel letter, and some other type of sign, whatever might be my inspiration of the day. But it is the end of the day, so I'm running low on fuel right now. I've had to do a lot of printing today. So I might just show you 2 examples of this, and then I might just call it a day, because it is later in the day and I am a little tired, guys. I need a break too. Alright, anyway, let's get back to it and get it in here real quick. Alright. Cool. Alright, awesome. I think it looks good so far. This could be one long piece. What size is this? 168. Ooh, that is a long piece. So, all right, recalculating, rerouting. All right, this thing wants to play games. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to ungroup this, and we are actually going to go another direction. And as you may have guessed it, we are actually going to split this into two pieces. So this is going to be one piece on its own. Beautiful. And then this will be another piece on its own. I'm going to actually pump up the cloud thickness on it. Make a copy. Always make a copy. Separate this out a little bit. Actually going to delete that copy. Separate that out a little bit and then do that. Awesome. And then I'm going to do this number. Make another copy. Sorry, so many copies. So many copies, yo. Alright, and then I'm going to bring this down. Awesome. Looking better already. Alright, cool. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Boom. And boom. And boom. Bring this down. Bring that down. Okay, cool. And then do that number. And it shouldn't be white. It should be black. So the inside needs to be black. Okay, cool. And beautiful. Arrange, bring to front. Okay, beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and expand this layer because I want to make sure that I already made a copy, so no destructive design here. But I want to make sure that when I send it over to the designer that actually polishes this off, then they have, you know, a good file to work on. All right, anyway. Or if I'm just going to polish it off later, I want to make sure that, one, I have all these copies set up and ready for action. And I also have a clean copy because it's going to make it easier for me to move things around here. But anyway, tacos el paisa, that looks good. And then we're going to go ahead and do this number, put that as a cloud sign. And then I'm going to kind of give it a pill shape. And I don't know about this Estilos Tijuana. I think that's kind of... I could do this in green too. Ew, why did it turn that ugly color? I could do that. So I already know off the top of the bat what colors I'm going to use for any taco store. So I don't even have to worry about nothing. But I actually might just do tacos el paisa, and I might just do this cloud on the bottom in rojo. Love that. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this number, and I'm going to do uppercase, and I need something a little bit thicker. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Some thick BBL letters. I cannot believe I just said that, but I did. Anyway. Let's get it, bro. Alright, cool, cool, cool. We're good, we're good, we're good. Now let's move this to the top. Awesome. Alright, so as you can see, we have a perfectly good cloud sign design. Nothing crazy, nothing out of pocket. I love it. It is simple, it is right to the point, and it was easy to make. Guys, it is a good sign that's easy to make. It's not complicated to make a good design. It's just about how you, how you tackle it and what you already know as far as what's going to work and what's not going to work. So the main thing here was I knew this was going to work because I know that font. I know it's going to look good. And anyway, this is going to be the cloud sign style because I want to make sure that I offer all these options. Like I said, I am an options girl. I want to make sure that I give you options if I'm providing a design for you. Okay, cool. So we're all good on that. I'm satisfied with that. We're going to move on. Probably here on this, I can add a couple of different things if I wanted to. If I wanted to kind of play around with the color a little bit more, I could still make this white. And that's, another answer. I just thought that was kind of boring. I could make this green, and that would still look cool and exciting, and it would bring a little bit more to it. But because I want to add that pop of green backlit, I would, not go for that unless I'm trying to do something else. But maybe. But I've been liking how cloud signs look with backlit. You need my help? You have a question? Okay, hold on. Is it an important question?
Yeah. Okay. Quick question.
Yeah.
So, Five Brothers. What coil? Black coil, normal?
Black oil, normal. Bye. All right. Next, we are working on the next options that are going to have a little bit more swag, a little bit more style. And yeah, I think I can live with this being this colorway with green backlit. That should be pretty cool and pretty easy. Yeah. Okay, cool. Anyway, trying to think if I need to rethink my strategy, but I'm not even going to think about it too much. But I'm going to go ahead and do El Tacos. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to, of course, I don't know why this is so tight together. I'm going to go ahead and adjust this right here. There it is. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Go over here. And then do this number. Well, these letters are so tight together, man. Like, they're wound up. So we have to kind of free them up a little bit. We're going to have to do a little magic on them. As you can see, I'm making 30 different copies before I actually start designing. Alright, tacos el paisa. I feel like they're a little chunky of a letter. And I don't know if I like that. But anyway. It's too big. Gotta tone it down to 2.4. 2.4 as in 24 inches. I feel like that was a good number to go with. It's not too big, not too small. It's perfect for that location. Alright, so let's kind of step back here and monitor these letters. First of all, this is too close. That's too far away. Jesus. This font was all messed up. Yeah, this is very important to check out the spacing between your letters because, there we go. I didn't want to hear myself. Because the spacing between your letters is going to look very, very different whenever you bring it to actual life. So I like to make sure that the letters are not neither too tight nor too separated. And I'm actually going to switch it up a little bit, and I'm going to add a little jalapeno vector. Alright, cool. So we're just going to find a little jalapeno vector. And I'm going to pop that into the design here somewhere, somehow. And I think I like... That would be so funny if I put one of these crazy peppers. I love doing that. But we're not going to do it for this occasion. I would just create them a custom logo rather than using one of these crazy guys. But these are funny. These are funny. Love that. Let's use one that looks a little clean, a little nice. Not too crazy, not too crazy, not too bad, not too crazy, not too bad. Just something that wham. Just something that wham. I don't know what that means, but this one could work. It's a little minimal. I do want something a little cartoony because the font is a little cartoony. This is the hard part. I could also make my own design, but like I said, we're speed running today. We're speed running. I gotta just pick one. Alright, I'm gonna give myself 10 seconds to get it together, and then we're gonna get it together and keep it moving. So, like I said, this is part of the design process. Sometimes you're indecisive, and just some of these are just not it, bruh. Let's go. Come on. Give me something that is giving spicy, that is giving great, that is giving I want to be on a sign, that is giving the best pepper of all time. I'm leaning between these two, but let's go with the red. No, I can't use red. Because there is going to be a color difference between red vinyl or red acrylic and a red pepper. So you do want to keep that in mind. So let's use this guy. Whatever. We're going to use this guy and kind of see where that takes us. These ads for CorelDRAW are driving me insane. You saw me checking CorelDRAW one time, and now you want me to actually buy it? I was just checking it out, see if it was good, like Adobe, but maybe. Maybe we'll do a whole CorelDRAW design series and face them off. Actual day-to-day work. Could I actually do my day-to-day work with it? I mean, technically, yes, but I would have to relearn a whole entire software, which would be actually insane to try to do that while actually trying to produce work. Or am I the only one that thinks that way? I feel like taking away this eye for this pepper. But let's see if anybody else wants to volunteer. I think so. Goodbye, eye. Hello. Oh, that is beautiful, actually. That was accidental, but that's actually beautiful. I love that, actually. The way it just kind of flows into the A. That's actually very cool. Okay. Accidental magic. And we're going to go ahead and run with it. I told you if you stayed, you'd get some good tips. First tip is be on the lookout for mistakes that are actually goated. Alright, anyway. We're going to go ahead and steal this. I'm going to steal this little bubble. But I will spice it up in a second. I think that this is actually a great design for a channel letter on a backboard. I think that that would look awesome. So we are going to go ahead and try to do that. Whether we do a great job or not, that is up to you. All right, anyway, we are still... Oh, no, we're not. We're at 24 at the letters, but this is a little high. Anyway, that don't matter. What if I do something crazy? All right. Bear with me. What we're going to do. I'm going to do something crazy. And don't judge me if this looks ugly. But what if I just kind of did tacos, right? Like really big. Like that. Right? What if I just said like, boom, get your tacos done. What if that's a sign? Is that ugly? Is that unacceptable? It's a little big. It is a little big. So let's shrink that boy back up. I mean, that's not bad. That's interesting. It's actually very interesting. The colors could save it a bit, so let's see what we can do. I'm not mad at it, but I feel like we gotta change tacos out. I feel like we do. So let's bring that back over there. And like I said, as I'm working, as I'm designing, I'm making copies. I'm not stopping the copies, bro. I'm not stopping it. So the word tacos. Tacos. I don't even know why I'm talking with an accent as far as like, I know how to say tacos. Why am I saying tacos? Crazy work. Tell you that. That's crazy work right there. No. Okay. Bear with me. We're still working our way through this. Working our way through what it means to be a taco. Okay, no. Absolutely not. We're not ruining our beautiful design that we have here for a simple font. Absolutely not. Alright, let's get back to this. Whew! Alright. I got you. I don't know why I'm so inspirational right now. Anyway. I feel so inspired with this pepper accidentally landing on there. Okay. How would you look like that? How would you look if... Okay, I have an idea. I think it could look good on a black backboard. I think so. Like just a square one. But I'm not sure. I'm just going to try that out. Okay, wow, that's devious. That is really devious. That actually looks really good. Okay. Wow. Alright, another option that I like to give myself is a cut to shape backboard. I never limit myself. But because of the shape of this, I think that it will look good in that type of backboard. But let's see. I might surprise myself with a cut to shape backboard, because cut to shape backboards are actually really nice. I really like the way they look. They look interesting. They look unique. And I think with a sign, you do have to hit them with something interesting if you want to be successful and create a design that people are going to be like, wow, that is awesome. All right, so that's kind of cool too. Ooh, now we got choices. Ooh, we got that choice and that choice. The colors still need to be worked around, but dang, that's really nice and bright. Okay. How's that? Okay, that's something. That looks like something. And then let's see, how does this look? And these are not finalized by any means or stretches of the imagination. Sometimes you gotta ask for expert advice. And okay, don't judge me, but it's giving Dragon Ball Z. Don't judge me. It's giving Dragon Ball Z. It's giving anime. It's giving tacos at the same time. I don't know how, but it is. But I'm loving it. I'm loving every single second of it. I think this was a great idea for the pepper to accidentally just land in that spot. But now the big question is, where do I want to go from here? Do I want to go here, or do I want to go here, the more animated route? I think we're going to go the more animated route. I don't want to make a bad decision, but a decision has to be made nonetheless. That is how it works, folks. Doesn't matter whether it's a bad decision or a good decision. A decision has to be made, none or less, and that is how we're doing it today. All right. Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay. I let every single thing because I don't know why I didn't group that before, and we missed this group. And it is very important to have all your stuff grouped because it will be necessary for the next step. I'm actually going to make this bolder, thicker, juicier outline, and we are actually going to make a copy of that outline. Never forget your copies. It doesn't matter what you do, you always got to have copies. You don't want to destroy an old version of the design because you didn't think you needed it. So object expand and join that all up. Okay, beautiful. But I think we still need to, what do you guys think? A little bit juicier? No, that's fine. That's fine. Don't overdo it either. I hate when the backboard is overdone as well. It's so easy to cross that line though. So where do you stop? Where do you stop is I typically like for the backboard to be about 3 to 6 inches in from the letter to the actual backboard. Like, let me show you guys what I mean. Yeah, this looks so animated. It's awesome. All right, so what I like is for this space. Where's my distance? This space from here to here, that space right there to be 3 to 6 inches. That's what I like. That's what I think looks the best once it's transformed into real life. If you go thicker than 6, it ends up looking a little too thick. And I know you guys like your BBL signs, but it ain't gonna work. There's such a thing as too thick. Trust me. Alright, so we can either make this white and these letters black. Like that. Okay, that's something, but it's still a little boring for me. A little too colorful to stop now, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw some verde on there, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw some blanco on there, so white. Okay, we're getting somewhere. The colors are shifting completely, so, but bear with me. We still have more color choices, so never stop. There's a place where you do have to stop, but it ain't here. All right, so that looks fine with the black. It looks cleaner, I do think, than the other two options, but I'm not stopping because you thought I was gonna stop. But no, gotta use the rojo for sure. For sure, you gotta use the rojo, and then you also gotta use the amarillo. There it is. Okay. Don't stop there. Don't stop there. Trust me, you don't want to stop there. You actually want to go a step further, and you actually want to try on the orange. The orange is also cool. So you got to keep going because we're not done yet. So I'm going to add a step. And this is how I do it. I make tons of copies whenever I find a good design that I like, and I'm going to find the right color for it. I'm not taking too long. I'm just switching out another piece. As you can see, I've kind of already decided on the color of the lettering. If you haven't noticed, I actually already decided on red and yellow. But this is where I switch it up. I never get stuck on one option. I don't get completely, you don't have to fall in love with the same option. You can go for different options, whether I wanted to make this orange or I wanted to make this green. That's completely open. You can literally make it any color you want. You just have to keep on trying. Yo, what's up, Ray?
Are you on live stream?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube Live.
Make sure you guys are donating to June's new haircut approval appointment.
What?
Right.
Okay, that was Ray. Ray brings us, I don't know what he brings us, but he brings us Ray. Anyway, we are going to keep on going. We're going to try and keep on finding the right style. Like, you see the green, it works a little bit maybe. If we needed to use the green, we could use it. The next thing that we're going to try is we're actually going to try this in a color white to see how that looks. I still think I like the yellow better because it just pops a lot more. But this also looks green. Like this green will complement another green. So that looks good. And let's see what else we can try. So far, like after making all these options, I could stop here or I could keep trying color combinations if it was absolutely necessary for the brand and stuff. But we're not trying to create a complete new logo, although this would be beautiful for a logo because it's like simple, clean, whatever. But the main thing is trying to find colors that I can use to brand out the rest of the building. So we're not just worried about the sign. We're worried about what other colors can I use for the interior design, for the window perf. Like how can I take this? How can I step this up? How can I go and turn this boring business that the owner just came up with a name, doesn't have a logo or anything yet, and how can I take it to the next level? This itself could be a logo. That's how good the design has to be for a sign. That it's not just a sign, but it could also be a brand that we build out. And when you bring this type of design to your client, or when you bring this type of design to the table, what it says is that you are capable of going the distance and you're capable of creating more and more content, not just this. Like I have so many more ideas based off of this design, and it's good. It's good that it inspired me, and it was all about it all started with a good font. So anyway, whatever. Let's get back into it. And ooh, I'm stuck, yo. I don't like the way that looks. I don't love that. Let's put this in yellow. I'm gonna try one more thing, and then if it don't work, then it don't work. Okay. I'm gonna reverse it. I'm set on yellow and red being my colors. I'm set on it. Yeah, I don't love that either. I think our tacos has to be red. I think we are in the sweet spot. Top choice is this one and this one and even the green one. Oh, this one, the green one. So let's kind of move the rest of these suckers out the way. Excuse me. I don't want you to be selected. I want you to be moved. I want you to be moved. And I just want my other one. Okay, awesome. And I think I am going to go, and I love the greens, but I want to add green backlit to this. And if I add green backlit and have all this green, the green might not shine. It might disappear. So I think the right choice is this one right here, but I don't know. This is so hard, bro. It's so hard whenever you have something that you know will look like if we choose this one, we're going back to the original one. That's the crazy part about it. But I think that's it. I think that's the right choice. I think our first instinct was the correct choice. And I think that that's what we're going to go with. All right, boom. Throw some green backlit on that joint. Boom. We're in business, baby. All right, so next thing is another option. Oops. So let's kind of craft that over. And now that one doesn't look so good. It just looks kind of lame. That's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that one looking lame for this one looking awesome. And that is part of the game. I kind of like this one, but that's a lot of color. With the green backlit, it's going to be too much. Whew. But this is fine. This is perfect, actually. It look good with the white, too, though. Whatever. Anyway, let's get back to it. Next option, I want to keep it a little more clean, a little more simple. This is pretty clean. But I kind of want to look at other inspiration now. By the way, I got my vector here at Vector Easy, free vectors, and it's awesome. I love it. If you pay for the pro version, also great option. But whatever, I get most of my vectors for free here, or I just make them. But we're going quick, so we don't need to make anything. So let's go with tacos, and let's see what pops up. Let's see if there's a vector that inspires us to use it as some type of logo or something. This is freaking adorable. But the only problem that I have with using that is that it's a little too characteristic, and I didn't draw that, so I wouldn't use it per se. But if it were like a more generic type of taco, I would definitely use it. Like a generic item, I use them, but not generic, I don't tend to use those character logos unless I make them myself. Let's see what other things we can offer. Okay. Let's Mexican. Let's see what comes up. See what comes up if I type in Mexican. Oh, the little hat, the little sombrero would work too. That might be a good thing to use. I've seen that. Little hat. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna use one of these little hats. But I wish we had a better... Okay, so here is another way to gauge this, and we are gonna go ahead and use the free license. We got the free. And shoot, let's see what we're gonna use for it. If there's a nice little hat or cacti that we can use. Oh, this nacho is so cute. What a beautiful little nacho. But anyway, bear with me. We're doing work. That looks disgusting. Bear with me, trust me. I got you, trust me. Trying to set the vibes for this place. We kind of got free reign on it, so I want to set the vibes just right. I love that font. It's cute. We're trying to set the vibes right. But just, it's not giving inspo. And I want to use an icon, but you can't force these type of things. Yeah, you can't force it. If it doesn't come, it doesn't come. So, next. Alright. Let's look at what fonts we have here. Can we top what we just made, or is it just going to be a bad copy of what we made? I think we can do something. I want to do a different style of letter. I want to do something that is just on the other direction of this thing. I want to be able to mix some fonts, but I want to be able to, I want to have like, I don't know the word for it yet of what I'm going for, but I want something a little more, not necessarily high end. Let's see. Let's see what the fonts have to tell us. Like a little more embellishments maybe on the letters. Bear with me. We're gonna get there, I promise. What font do you guys see? And this is a struggle. I'm trying to put a time limit on what font selection I end up picking. I don't want anything corny. I want something, but also this is like, it's gotta be clean. So I might just end up calling it, yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I love this font. I think it works so well that what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go back and take a little step backwards. I think this is the right direction, so there's no point on going another direction at this point. And we're gonna do that, and we're actually going to try to do a little more embellishing and see if this gives us a little more pizzazz that I was looking for. So I'm gonna do this number, and then do that. Oops. And I do that? Nah, I'm just gonna center it like that. And this will be our other option. And I'm gonna actually make this a little bit like that, and then center it all. Beautiful. Okay, I like it. I think we're somewhere in the metaverse. All right. Anyway, let's get this finished up, guys. Let's get it wrapped up. It's time to go home. Let's see, with some white letters. Cute. Sometimes it's about keeping it simple. And the only problem that I guess I'm having now is that I realize that these letters are really red and we have a brick background, so they might not pop out as much as I want it to. So that's getting a little annoying. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little switcheroo. So I'm going to offer 2 of these options. So I'm going to actually provide that option. And I think that works. Instead of amarillo, maybe I'll do this in green. Ew, no. Maybe I'll do this in green. Okay, and maybe the backlighting should be in red. Yeah, maybe. I don't know yet. I'll figure that out. But this looks good. I think this could be a nice, easy channel letter on a raceway. No backlit. We don't need any of that craziness going on. Just put a channel letter. Just put a little raceway right there. And then put that up in the front. Put my little raceway right there. Okay, baby. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Oops. Just right there. Just in the middle. Right there. Right there. All right. All right. All right. What size is this? Size is this A? We can go a little bit bigger on the size spectrum here. So let's go 2, 3. Yes, perfect. Okay, and I like this little sassy curve that we did. But let's see what it looks like when it doesn't have that sass. Oops, I already did it, so I can't undo it. What? Okay. That looks good too. But I think I like the little sassy curve better. I don't know why. Or actually, I think I'm lying, bro. I think I like it better as a little box. It's more simple, but I think the letters just give way to that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually put this all in blackout, like that, to kind of give it a little shadow. And then like that. And that's just presentation wise. It just makes it easier to see. Beautiful. And then I'm actually going to put a little black outline on here. I know this is a lot of little embellishments that I'm doing, and I shouldn't be doing this right now because that's more for whenever we're doing the presentation. But I'm going to do it anyway. I don't care. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. So now you can actually see the letter is, you know, kind of popping out. Actually, no, I'm just going to... It doesn't look good. I'll figure that out later. Remove the outline, please, because it's outlining everything. Don't need that. All right, cool. So that looks fine. That looks good. Fine, dandy. This looks okay. This looks good. And then this looks great. Fantastic. So that's one option. And now we have to kind of finish up this option right here. And once I finish up this option, we should be all wrapped up. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to figure out the best color combination for this brick wall because we have a red brick wall, and I think the red is good, it's pungent, and it's going to work for what it needs to work, but let's just give it another option just in case. You're never going to be wrong by giving another option. You're never going to be wrong. You're always going to be on the money if you do that. Because, you know, what if that wasn't the right option because the wall is red? What's going to pop out? Yellow. We know this because that's what we've been using. So instead of yellow here, we could use red. Because let's be honest, tacos is the most important thing on here. Alright, yellow's fine. Red I think is fine because the eye kind of flows into it. So I think that's fine. And I think we could still use green backlit or red backlit. I don't know yet. But if I wanted to, I could make this white. that could work too. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out once the backlit is added. We could figure out what looks best and what doesn't look so great. But that is another option to kind of brighten up the letters and kind of brighten up the style. I don't really love this, but I kind of like that a lot. So, period. All right, so that is pretty much it. Here are the 4 options that I have created for this simple taco channel letter sign. And like I said, once we add the backlit, it's gonna get crazier. It's gonna look a lot better. And once we do the 3D view and stuff, okay, bear with me. But I'm just gonna share something real quick. So this, I might even add the side walls of that. So the return, the trim cap, I might just throw in red on that because I'm feeling that way. I'm feeling like that could be a wavy option. So here are the options. And to get to these 4 options, I had to cruise through this entire mess. And as you can see, I love to do copies of the design. And that is pretty much how I am able to crank out designs in a certain way and try to find the aesthetic, is that you're actually just going to have to do trial and error, and you're going to have a systematic approach. And that systematic approach is what I'll be sharing with you in more videos. So please be sure to tune in, follow us, subscribe, Ray Signs. Check us out on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. My name is June with Ray Signs, where we don't just build signs, we build brands. Peace out.